The grade cricketer here on 7, all thanks to Optus 5G. Ian Higgins here, Sam Perry's over there. Pez, it's a big show today. We're talking BBL, we're talking Boxing Day, what you should be doing on Christmas Day as well. Peter Siddle's on the show, Marcus Harris is on the show. A lot going on. Pez, should we go for a lap?
Let's go for a lap.
Let's go for a lap.
All right, here goes. Viewers and you will be aware that this is an issues-based program. We only deal with the biggest issues in cricket. We're going to start with the BBL.
Okay.
All right, last week we reported, and it wasn't an exclusive in any way, but the leading run scorer and the leading wicket taker in the BBL would wear a yellow cap.
I remember.
Right? So we saw Callum Ferguson after night one scored the most runs, given the yellow cap. After being presented with it, he said, and I quote, "This will be coming off as quickly as possible once we're off the ground. It's not my colour. I feel like a bit of a knob with it on." Now, for various reasons, there you can see that the headline there, so we've backed that
it's a
up
real thing.
With primary source evidence. We couldn't find the grab itself for various reasons, but we figured Cal's been taking tips off. He's been watching A League of Their Own. Jimmy Dugan, obviously the manager there, as played by Tom Hanks. He expressed a similar sentiment to people wearing knobbish caps. I think we've got the footage of that there.
Right. I ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on?
Obviously a big fan of A League of Their Own there. Cal Ferguson, more of a Marla Hooch man myself.
It's kind of funny that he complained about the colour of the cap, given that he is literally wearing an all lime green jersey and pantsuit, like he's some sort of cordial product. But that's his main problem with the cap. It's not the colouring's not right. It's the colouring not right.
More investigation required.
Yes.
Speaking of off-colour comments, not our thoughts, but this is what some people are saying. The modern king of Australian cricket, Ricky Ponting, last night reinforced something that TGC has said for a very long time, he goes, which is that it's not what's important now, it's the next thing. That's the most important. It's not the contemporary thing. He reinforced this last night when speaking to Aaron Finch about the IPL auctions. I think we've got the footage and some sound here.
Let's see.
Well, Finchy, as you know, mate, the IPL auction's going on tonight. Your name is just, your part of the auction's just over and done with. Do you want to know where you're going and how much for, or do you want to wait until the end of the game?
I'll wait for the end, pal.
All right.
Try and concentrate on this.
No worries.
We need a wicket here.
Merry Christmas, though.
Okay, well, a lot going on there. Now, I know what you're thinking, Pez. The main takeaway from that is, well, Finch has just gone for 900 grand.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
In the IPL. No,
4.4 crore.
That's not the currency translation, but I know what even that is.
Yeah.
The main story there is that Finch has just completely alphaed Ricky Ponting. Just like, Ponting's asking me a straight question.
Brutal.
Saying, do you want to know? And he goes, nah, mate, I'm playing a game of cricket here.
And this is huge news. In the social hierarchy scale, Ponting's at the absolute zenith, or so we thought. But in one fell swoop, Finch has demoted him. And this is French Revolution stuff. This is Egg Boy stuff, just on his head. Ponting slides down. He's got to come back. He's a man of revenge, though, Ricky, according to Tim Payne's video last night. So, ball's in your court. Ricky.
I just love the thing of, like the Beat Bash has just started.
Yeah.
There's 2 games into it, and just no, but what's next? What's the next good thing? And Ponting says Merry Christmas, which was a nice touch.
Yeah, we went for 900k. Well done. Merry Christmas, Aaron. Come on the show. So, more important innovations in the BBL, tactical timeouts. So this year, CA and the BBL have introduced tactical timeouts.
Big time.
Between the 7th to 13th over. Batsmen can pick it. If they don't use it, it happens in the 13th over. So you've got to take 90 seconds. Here's Kevin Roberts, whose sentiment I agree with, and this network, so that it's fascinating to see which players will make a name for themselves and which teams use the tactical timeout to greatest effect. And I wanted to ask you, he goes, some cynics are saying it's an advertisement thing.
Some are.
We wouldn't say that on this network.
Not on this network.
What's been your favourite tactical timeout in the last 3 matches?
Mate, hard to sort of collate all of them because they're just all sort of flooding back to me over. There was one of them, someone got a drink at one point. I think the captain moved the field for a bit. And it's just nice for cricket to finally have a place for that to happen.
Yeah.
You know, because for instance, so Cricket Australia have decided that DRS cannot be a thing. There's no time for DRS in the Big Bash. And we saw that actually in the first game. Kawaj was out LBW. He should have been out LBW in the first game against the Heat. He was in this photo there, Brisbane Heat, umpire, and rightfully so. He's actually in front of all 6 stumps there. I've never seen anything more out.
Could be more. It went under.
Except maybe in the Ashes. Joel Wilson, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Joel.
But I think that the broadcasters and the advertisers, if it is that side of the business, have missed a trick because, so when the DRS comes up, you're looking for an overturned decision, you're looking for 3 reds, aren't you? So ball pitches in line, red. Ball hitting in line, red. Is the ball hitting the stumps? You'll find out after this break.
Love it.
That's what they should have done.
Love it.
That's what they should have done. There's a moment there, and I've just created a massive problem for Cricket Australia later in the...
Who do watch this show religiously, so we're told. So,
That's right.
look, if we are serious, though, he goes, let's celebrate the BBL for a second, being a little bit sceptical at our end here. You know, the true essence of it is in the title, the Big Bash League. It's about bashing the ball around. It's a bashathon.
Like 'em.
And as we've often said, you can't bash without levers. So I just want to just take a moment to... you know, introduce a brief segment called Levers Watch.
Okay.
Just watching levers. We've got a little sting here.
Hello, everyone. Let's all hit bombs.
Okay, great show. He goes, I want you and the viewers to take a look and admire Tom Banton, Sam Harper and Josh Philippe, who I've identified as those to be focused on with Levers Watch.
Oh, that's clean.
Let's just make noises.
The cleanliness of the ball striking and the stability of the base whilst hitting the ball. Oh, that... I've never felt a feeling that would be as good as that.
Yeah, and look at the way the camera focuses in on the ball here. It just gets lodged in the gutter.
I'm actually a little bit upset it didn't come down into the members there. Oh, yeah, just nice.
Less sort of levers, more but brute power. Big bat swing.
Yeah,
Harper.
that's nice. Why are they all these wicketkeeper batsmen batting in nefarious positions in the order?
You said order like an 1800s Englishman. That's nice.
Yeah. Just glorious, though.
Let's move on to Boxing Day. This is Test cricket. He goes, so the
real
BBL it messes around with smart innovations like bat flips and yellow caps and you know, tactical timeouts, etc. Test cricket lumbers in the background with, you know, old-fashioned things like media stoushes. And we saw one this week. Geoff Lawson came out and said that Justin Langer was playing favourites with selection. See, we've backed it up again with primary source material. Justin has his favourites. That's literally what he says.
That's evidence.
And he went on
that
to
would
say,
hold up in a court of law.
And look at him, Payne's hugging him, trying to play favourite with him.
Guilty.
And then also Lawson came out and said Langer has his favourites. Unfortunately, sometimes he plays them as well, which I found interesting because I just thought it was a selector's job to pick your favourite players, the players who you think you know, will go on and do well in the game. So I'm not really seeing the problem.
Interesting that you've gone for that thing. I'd actually like to see selectors not picking their favourites. In fact, they would like their least favourite player. I would like to see more of that being picked, especially in the Boxing Day Test match where anything can happen, even though we all know exactly what's going to happen, and that wicket is going to all let us down.
Well, I thought that's what he did with Jackson Bird last year. Anyway.
He basically retired him.
We can't finish this segment without a look at the McCullum Bailey medal.
That's important.
Of course, this is the medal, of course, that goes to the best bloke ever. We thought that New Zealand would be hard to knock off, but I think you're going to be surprised. He goes, can you give us the first one, the McCullum Bailey medal?
Yeah, well, the photo there is obviously that cost $8 million, as I said in the first time. So, Jeet Raval, opening batsman of New Zealand, well, for the time being anyway, we'll see if he's selected or ever again.
Stark doesn't think so.
He gets a point for friendly sponsorship, and Jimmy Neesham actually picked this up in a tweet, and the comparison between the Australians and the New Zealanders, Steve Smith obviously having his mattress brand in investment, and GT as a bat sticker for the accounting firm that he works at for the winter. I really like the homeliness of New Zealand. You know, he's still got a part-time job. He's knocking away, and he's an accountant. Not the sexiest job,
So
and that's okay if you are.
He gets a point.
1 point.
1 point to Jeet Raval.
1 point.
Hopefully his career remains alive.
In the NBN.
In Test cricket. More matches than us, though. The second one he does want to call out is Matt Wade.
Oh, yeah.
Right, which might surprise you, more of a sort of street fighting guy, but Matt Wade, he gets a point for making Neil Wagner, who bowled bumpers at him, look scarier than he actually is. We can actually see some footage of that, I believe. Wagner's actually just going to...
Keep coming, big boy. Keep coming in Sydney.
And moreover, he goes, not only are we getting 1 point to Wade for that, but we're going to give him another one, controversially, for calling Neil Wagner big boy.
2 points.
Because everyone likes to feel like they're a big boy.
Exactly. Exactly. So suddenly Wade is on 2 points. Now, Hazelwood is going to get Dr. Point, I'm afraid. Sam, he's going to get Dr. Point because he injured himself at Perth, knowing that he will miss Boxing Day, therefore extending his career. He's sacrificed himself. And by sacrifice means just extended his career, and he's put poor old Pattinson or Siddle
whoever
right in the deep end,
Yeah.
and they got to play. So Hazelwood unfortunately loses a point for injuring himself.
Finally, he goes, the most controversial of all, the greatest man in cricket, the man who accepted a Spirit of Cricket award for losing the World Cup final, Kane Williamson, is going to be Dr. Point in the McCullum Bailey medal for not walking. Now look at this.
Yeah, he smashed that.
Absolutely smashes
Leathered it.
Leathers it.
Yeah.
He's caught behind, and what does he do? He goes, the man who receives a Spirit of Cricket award.
He must have walked. He walked off, did he?
He stayed right where he was.
Unbelievable.
Not even a guilty look on his face.
Unbelievable.
Is he a good bloke? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Stuart Broad, who loves bringing
Called
this
him
up, calls him right out because can't believe he didn't walk.
Called him out. Kane Williamson hit the ball in the air and was caught on the full and didn't walk off the field. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe it. Without belief.
Have we got a leaderboard? We've got a leaderboard.
No. There we go.
Yeah, Matt Wade. So we saw this coming. Matt, I thought, Matt, it's weird how we don't get paid for the show because they're all going towards the graphics.
It's a good point, actually. and it's a good investment as far as I can see.
Investment. I knew this was going to happen. When we started this, I thought, now Matt Wade is probably going to win this. He's the guy with the most sportsmanship, like conduct on the field. There he is, right in the leaderboard.
And look at the bottom two there. Two New Zealanders, Tim Southey, Kane Williamson.
Negative
right
points.
At the bottom.
Negative points. Interesting. And apologies to our friends from across the ditch. Plenty more coming up on the show. This is all thanks to Optus 5G, home and mobile, rolling out in selected areas. Coming up after the break, we speak to Marcus Harris, how well he knows about grade cricket, which is obviously the most important question this time of year. We're also going to speak about the five rules about backyard cricket.
Special Christmas edition.
The special
Christmas
rules.
edition rules for backyard cricket.
But before then, Peter Siddle's been brought into the squad, so we thought we might find out a little bit more about Peter Siddle. Do you ever have the dream where you're being timed out or you can't get your pads on or anything like that?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. It's about the only time I ever get nervous in cricket is having that dream. Any other time, real life, all sweet. Yeah. And that dream, wake up, start rumbling around in bed. And, sorry, babe. Go back to sleep now.
I've got timed out again.
Yeah, I'm going again. Yeah. Another day. It's all over. Sweet.
What's your dream alternate sports career? So if it wasn't cricket, what would be the dream?
F1 driver. I've got a lot of speeding fines, so I think I'll be pretty good at it. I haven't lost my licence, so that's a positive too, that I can stay in the car and not get sacked. So yeah, I think it'd fit.
Sids, which animal does your style of play represent, do you think?
I don't know, but I love dogs, so I'll go with dogs. Yeah. You know, pretty laid back. Everyone loves them, but a fair few people hate them as well, so that probably fits. Not super exciting, but you know, good longevity. So I reckon that probably fits.
So what was more satisfying about last year's competition win with the Renegades, breaking the drought for the Renegades faithful or witnessing the suffering of your friends in the opposition who embarrassingly squandered the title?
The gas truck from the Stars.
Harry, if I can call you that, given the hilarious Stars collapse last year, how bemused are you that the entire Renegades camp at the Stars still claiming they're the alpha team of Melbourne and Victoria and that everyone still wants to play for them?
Not really that surprising if you know those blokes.
Who's the first in the showers for the Renegades?
Well, it would normally be Johnny Holland, but he's unfortunately injured himself, so he's out of this big bash. I'm normally pretty quick to get in there. It's a bit funny these days, like the young blokes don't shower at all, so it's a bit strange sort of being in there, just a couple of you, but that's where bonds grow.
Harry, you know the MCG well. Hazelwood does his hammy ahead of Boxing Day on the world's deadest wicket. Coincidence?
Clever.
Thank you very much to Marcus Harris there, giving us a time. If you want to join the Renegades, getonred.com.au. And also, if you want to watch the full chat that we had with Marcus Harris, you can watch the full chat there at 7+. This is all brought to you by Optus 5G, our most loyal and dedicated sponsors, and we thank them very much. Welcome back to the Grade Cricketer. Pez, cricket, Christmas Day,
cricket is the
cultural things, Australia,
theme. Yeah,
Mambo.
Well, look, everyone at this time of year here goes, and the viewers will know this, and they've been plied with this stuff all the time. They're being told about the rules of backyard cricket. Now, we want to give you the definitive rules, though. The grade cricketers should be the people who give you the definitive rules, as this wonderful song plays.
I feel like I'm in a shopping centre.
That's right, I feel like buying presents all of a sudden. Cricket's a very political game, and we want to give you the definitive rules, the political rules of backyard cricket on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
okay, because it's very difficult being a cricketer in your family. You have to try and at once look like you're being magnanimous and playing along with everybody, and at the same time make sure you look like you're absolutely dominant as well, and look like you don't care. It's pretty tough juggling act.
It's the hardest and most important match of the year that you will play, mainly because it's the only game your dad's going to be at. That's also because he just owns the property that you're at. But also, like in terms of Christmas celebrations, Christmas Day cricket is the biggest game of the year, and that's why you need to know the rules.
Right, so it's a very big and sensational setup from us there. Let's go into the rules.
Sensational setup. Number 5 pairs of the 5 rules. Don't you dare drop a catch. And I'm talking about any catch here. I'm not talking about any sort of cricket catch as well. If someone lobs keys in your direction, maybe someone lobs a drink, you know, if you drop that, your identity as the cricketer of the family, of the group, is completely shattered because you look like you're uncoordinated. You sort of paint yourself as this athlete, but if you can't catch, you know, someone lobbing some keys towards you.
You thought the trauma of sandpaper was bad. This would be 10 times as bad as that, and will go for twice as long as well. Like, people remember
You'll be escorted
any
through an
drop
airport.
catch if you're the cricketer in the family for decades to come. So
Decades.
don't you dare drop a catch. Maybe take a couple before you go to Christmas. Just get 10 or something
That was
like
actually me leaving my parents' place at Christmas last year. I was escorted out by security guards.
For dropping the catch.
For dropping the catch.
I understand. Okay, number 4, he goes, getting a little bit darker here, but bounce your sister's partner, your elder sister's partner.
That's a must.
Obviously it conveys dominance, you know, male to male thing. We don't communicate very well, so we do it through physicality and stuff like that, dark age stuff. But you also saw what he did last year in the nightclub.
You saw.
He doesn't know you were there, but you saw what he did. You can't actually confront him about it, so just bump him, all right? And you know, everyone at home knows what I'm talking about there. Just wet up that ball, get that deck nice and slippery, and just bump him at his face, and that's how you can communicate never to behave like that ever again.
You saw what he did. We all saw what he did. Number 3, if you smash a window, make sure that you have a patsy already in place. That's the most important thing. So, you know, smashing a window is inevitable, especially, you know, later into the afternoon, you get a little bit more wound up. You must have a patsy in place, and that is always the weakest person of the group. Sometimes that can be a Lee Harvey Oswald. Other times it can be your 8-year-old nephew or niece. You know, whoever's the most emotionally weak in that group, you must have a patsy and blame the smash window on them.
Okay. Number 2 is farm the strike to grandma. Now, what do I mean by this?
I don't know.
What do I mean? Okay, you've got to destroy everyone else in the backyard just to convey your dominance, but not grandma, because if you manage to just encourage her, make her feel good in the backyard, same as your grandfather. Did not see that coming. Grandma's actually passed away, but she'll reward you in the will.
That's true.
Okay, so this is will politics that you can convey, you can encourage, you can amplify during backyard cricket.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you can call out, you know, oh, well, Grandma, can I have a house?
Exactly.
One of the properties you own.
Simple as that.
Yeah, Pez, number 1, bat with purpose. Can we talk about this? Like, batting with purpose is the most important thing. That's the number 1 rule.
There's only 2 ways to bat.
2 ways.
In backyard cricket, if you are the cricketer. Now listen very carefully. You